Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Skip Happens, the Skip Happens podcast. Y'all know my name is Skip Clark. I'm the host of Skip Happens. And tonight I am very excited to welcome a rising country artist. Her name is Bella Lam. Bella has already played hundreds of shows, I'm told. Built a huge, and I mean a big time social following. She has one heck of a story to tell and overcoming the challenges, I guess, early on in life, finding her voice through music, and now chasing her country music dreams, shall I say, boot first. So I love that. Her latest single is called Boot First, and we've got a lot to talk about. Bella Lam, welcome to the podcast.
Hey Skip, how you doing?
I am great. Question right off the top, young lady. Where are you
Good.
right now?
I'm in my parents' house in the bedroom. Fun fact, my band is practicing downstairs in the basement right now. My bedroom is right next to where they're practicing. So I was like, I gotta find somewhere else to do this right
Wait,
now.
let me like you. The band is downstairs.
I came straight upstairs from band practice. I skipped out early for this.
Oh my God! Do they allow you to do that?
You know,
I'm
it was
kidding.
funny. I was asked, "Are you have like an acoustic gig tonight? Why are you all dressed up?" Usually, I'm in like an oversized T-shirt and Nike
Right.
Pros at band practice. I was all dressed up, and they were like, "What are you doing today?" I got an interview. I
You see,
got
I'm on with that Skip guy from upstate New
yeah.
York. Yeah. And we call it Skip Happens because
Mhm.
it's bound to happen. Skip will
Yeah,
happen before the night is over. I'm just telling you.
cool.
But yeah, Skip happens. So, Bella, before we get into the music, so to speak, for somebody that's discovering you, let's say
Mhm.
for the very first time, who is Bella Lamb?
Ooh, well, I'm a country artist, born and raised in Tennessee, and I really like making music about my life, about my friends' life, and about how I see the world.
I love it. And you're born and raised there, but you were telling me
Mhm.
your dad is from downstate New York in
Yeah,
Binghamton.
Binghamton, he is. I grew up visiting my
Wow.
grandparents there. My grandpa, I don't remember if he immigrated from China. I know he went from China to Malaysia and then
Mhm.
did college in Australia, and then he came to the US when he graduated. I don't remember if he immigrated straight to Binghamton, but that's where my dad was
Wow,
raised.
that is so
So,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's such a small world.
Mhm.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
absolutely. I'm
I
always
love
meeting
it.
people. Just last night, I was coming back from a radio interview in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and
Oh, wow.
my publicist was like, "Hey, you got to stop at the BMI office. We got a meeting." And after our meeting, the lady we were meeting with, she was like, "Hey, do you want to come to a number one party tonight?" And it just happened to be a rock band from my side of Tennessee, West Tennessee, and
Uh,
it was just really cool because it,
oh,
the
wow.
worlds collided a little bit.
Yeah, that's so awesome, though. There's
Yeah.
not, I mean, that's pretty much rule of thumb now. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody collides. I mean, you're putting rock with country and country with R&B and
Yeah.
and and all that. So yeah, and to have those relationships, and why
Mhm.
not? I mean,
Oh,
the more the better.
absolutely.
The more
Yeah,
the
I
better.
love country music, but my dad's from upstate New York, and he was raised on that rock music, so I also love it.
I love it too. I love it too. And right off the bat, too,
Mhm.
today's been a pretty tough day. And
Yeah.
I had to hit, I was on the air. I'm on the air from 2 to 7 here in the Q's.
Mhm.
And as I was walking into the studio, the bulletin came across that we lost Dolly. And I'm going, wow.
Mhm.
I mean, I was speechless and my heart fell to the floor. And I don't know, you as an artist, I'm sure you feel it, but also somebody like myself who works the other side of things in radio, it didn't feel the same today. I was like speechless, didn't know what to say when I opened my mouth. Usually you can't shut me up,
Mhm.
but it was like one of those days. So I just want to draw attention
Yeah.
to the fact that we're all kind of
Mhm.
with. Do you have any? What about Dolly in your mind? Tell me something.
She was just a big inspiration to me. I was actually in the car coming from Alabama back home to do this interview when I found out. One of my friends texted me and she was like, "Bella, how do you feel about the news?" I was like, "What news? What's happening?"
Mhm.
And she just said it and I remember my
Yeah,
heart dropped and I was like, "You have to be like that's not true." And she really was she inspiration for so many artists, and also being
mhm.
from Tennessee and being based in East Tennessee now, it's just I see her in everything and
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
And it's just she was inspiration to artists because she was like, keep your music, keep the rights to your music, and write with your heart and do everything you do with your heart. And she was just a lover of everyone and a helper of everyone, and she
yeah,
really did do it for the love of the game.
yeah. Were you ever? Anything ever go through your mind, like, let's say you have a certain scenario, something's
Mhm.
going on, whether it's you're singing or you're with the band or
Mhm.
whatever. Did you ever think like, what would Dolly do?
All of the time.
See?
When
Yeah.
I'm writing, when I'm recording, when I'm, like, making decisions about putting music out, it's always because she really is the blueprint. She is I look up to her so much, and,
Yeah.
it's everything I do is just would Dolly be proud of me if she knew about this?
Exactly. And don't stop. She's
Mhm,
always going to be there, especially for, the young up and coming female artist.
mhm,
She's such an inspiration. And I shouldn't even say just for females because I hear that
mhm.
a lot from the guys too.
Yeah,
That, that's cool.
and I've heard nothing about from, like, people I know who have met her, I've heard nothing but, like,
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
things.
Yep. Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, long live Dolly. You know
Long
what I
live
mean?
Dolly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. I will always love you. All right.
Mhm,
So your story, Bella, your story starts with some pretty significant challenges. You were born early, premature,
mhm,
later dealt with a speech impediment and motor skill issues.
yeah.
But when you look back now and realize that you became a singer and performer, does that ever hit you?
Yeah, all the time, and I always say on the bad days where I feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm not progressing in the way that I feel I should be, if I look back at that little girl who didn't think she'd be doing it at all,
Hmm.
I'm like, "I gotta keep going for her. I gotta keep going for her,"
Yeah.
because I know that she would just be so in awe. Like I said, I grew up, like, so in love with music of all genres, and, my parents could not shut me up even though I sang with my little lisp, um,
It's
and
all
yeah,
right.
it's just it
Yeah.
I'm and
So,
since today was a hard day too, so today I was thinking
yeah.
about that a lot too, so
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And but music is a source of happiness for you.
mhm.
And as you were growing up, what did music give you during those early years?
Well, in early middle school and high school, I didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't invited out
Mm.
a lot because I was the weird kid whose hands wouldn't stop shaking in class and stuff like that,
That
so
was me too. I just want you to know I was the weird
Yeah.
guy. I don't know. There's
Mhm.
probably, I was just
Yeah.
one of those. And I
So
didn't mind being myself. I don't know. I
me
mean,
neither. Yeah.
I'm doing this, you're doing that. That's pretty
Who
cool.
wants to be normal? That's weird.
Now that you're Bella, you are 100% correct. That is weird. Don't
Uh,
be normal.
so yeah, I would stay at home and I would be honing my craft.
Yeah.
I started on the piano. My grandpa was very adamant that I started on the piano. He was like, "You could learn anything if you know how to play the piano." And then I switched to the drums because I was a jittery kid. And my dad was like, "We got to get that energy out somehow. Put me in drum
Yeah.
lessons." And then I switched to guitar when I started songwriting, and always learning my favorite songs, always wanting to be playing the guitar, always like just I walked around high school with like drumsticks in my backpack and a few guitar picks in my back pocket because I always wanted to be like messing with it. And yeah, always like doing something.
Now, it was your grandpa that he played that
Mhm.
huge role introducing you to music,
Yeah.
right? That was your grandpa.
Yep.
And
He always did.
what do you remember about making music with your family?
Yeah, well, I remember visiting my grandparents' house. They had like an upright piano
Mhm.
in their basement area, and they were in a house that was kind of like the kitchen and stuff was like a level up, and then they had like a little basement area with like a common room and stuff, and there was an upright piano there. And I remember my grandpa would be sitting there, and his violin was sitting right above it, and he would either play the entertainer on the piano or he just like start plucking on his violin, and there's always music around, and
Mhm, mhm.
my cousins all play. I play. My sister loves classical music. My dad was
Wow.
always playing something. So at my grandparents' house, that's where it started, and then of course at home, my dad, my sister, and I had a band that was just like kind of a jam band, and I played the drums and sang. My sister
Well,
played
that's
bass.
cool.
My dad played guitar, and we called ourselves MPEG, or my dad called us MPEG. My sister and I didn't really agree on the name, but my dad was like, "We're
Wait a minute. Wait,
MPEG."
whoa, whoa, whoa. What is it?
MPEG. Well, here's the thing.
Okay. All right.
He never remembered my favorite animal. He only remembered that when I was a really little girl, I liked puppy dogs.
Okay.
So he took all three of our favorite animals. Mine was no longer puppy dogs. I will stand on that. And he was like monkey, which is his, puppy dog, elephant, which is my sister's group. So he was like, "That's the name of the band." I was like, "Great,
Oh
Dad.
my
Cool.
God. I
You do
love it.
you."
What? Yeah, exactly. That's good, Dad. All
Yeah.
right. Whatever you want to do, whatever you say. Exactly. So, is it safe to say that you grew up listening to everything from Memphis soul? You got Nashville country. get
Yeah.
to bluegrass rather, classic
Mhm.
rock, metal, classical, as you just
Mhm.
mentioned. How do all those influences find their way into music that you make today?
I really think that first off, it shows in my writing. I think it's the way I string my words together. And also, I think you
Mhm.
just, the instrumentation of it, the way I like talk to my studio musicians, I'm like, hey, let's try this and let's try this. I was actually in the studio the other day and my producer was like, let's try something like The Cure-ish. And I was like, oh my goodness, it'll be awesome. So, they're very like malleable to it too. So it really it's kind of subconscious. I don't like realize it's
Uh-huh.
happening until it's happening, but I feel my most inspired when I'm listening to a playlist where it's like going from Dolly Parton to All Time
Mhm.
Low to
Mhm.
AC/DC
Mhm. Oh
to
my
One
gosh.
Direction to, like, it's just all these different artists that have nothing to do with each other, but like kind of string itself because it's who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, and tell me about Will J. Let's go
Oh,
back a little bit. So, a little birdie told me about this conversation. Maybe it was a
yeah.
birthday conversation,
Yeah.
and it got down to writing.
It
It's
did.
yeah. Okay, tell us about that.
he he was in a band that I loved growing up, and he was always like writing for like all these cool artists, and even now he's like writing so many cool songs. But I remember I got a Zoom call with him for my birthday,
Oh
and I
wow.
was just so excited to talk to Will J. I grew up like seeing him on a screen and stuff, so I was like, oh my gosh, he's a real person. First of all, that's what I thought in my head.
Mhm.
And I remember I said to him, I was like, hey, so you written all these cool songs that I love. I remember we were talking about a few of them specifically, and then I was like, but I don't think I can write, and I've always wanted to do it, but you inspire me so much. Like, do you have any advice? And he was like, you don't think you could write? Literally, just sit down and write about what you're feeling right now. And I remember it was just like so simple, but it kind of
Mhm.
just like it's like he took his finger and like shoved my forehead with it. And I was like, oh, it really is just that easy. I was just overthinking it is what I was doing. So yeah, and then that night I wrote my first song. It was awful, but I
So
wrote my
that get
first song.
well. Do you remember what that was,
Oh my gosh, I think it was a song called Away.
and what
And
was it about?
okay, you ready for this? This is really
Because
embarrassing.
I love these
Yeah.
stories when an artist tells me about their very first song. Number one,
Give
either
me
that they
that.
performed or they wrote, and they'll go, "It
Mhm.
sucked." You don't even want to hear
Thank
it. It
you.
was terrible, but I want
Yeah.
to hear it.
It
Tell me
was
about it.
okay, so I did theater growing up, right?
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was in this production of The Wizard of Oz. And I don't remember who this guy played, but I remember I had a big crush on him. Mind you, I was in middle school, he was in high school. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I have such a big crush on him." And then I found out he had a girlfriend, and I was like,
Oh.
"What?" My little middle school heart was broken, so I wrote Away about him. And I don't even remember how it goes, but I just remember now we played it at one of my first gigs, like my freshman year of college, and I was like, I can't sing this. We're gonna scratch it forever.
Done.
Done. No
Done.
more. No
But
more.
that's always the case, though. I
Yeah.
mean, something similar when, like I said a moment ago,
Mhm.
an artist, the first song you wrote or the first song you performed, and nine
Mhm.
times out of 10, you don't ever want to do it again.
Well, here's the
So,
thing. Thankfully, Will never heard that song, but I did get to meet him last year in
okay.
December
All
at
right.
his show. He was opening for Spencer Sutherland,
Oh, yeah.
which he is one of his co-writers too. And his
Hmm.
wife was also opening, and he stayed afterwards to come out and meet me because he knew I was going to be there. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, all these songs you've written just because of that phone call!" And it was just like such a fun conversation to have with him after all of this that's happened in my career.
So he's pretty much the guy that got you writing. All
Absolutely,
right.
yeah,
And would you say now that you've been writing that your songs are pretty much
Mhm.
like your diary?
I would. Hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
So if we listen to your music, we're going to know what your life is about.
For to a
Eh.
point, to a point. I will say there are some songs where I'm writing about like a friend situation, or I'll Chris Christopherson it, and I'll be like, "That
Right.
guy." I'm gonna try to imagine what his life is like. So,
So would you say that songwriting it's easier for you than actually telling somebody how you feel?
I see where you're going with this.
I'm
Yeah.
getting there. You're right.
Yep.
I'm good. See,
Yep.
I told you Skip was going to happen because this is what I do. Is I told you, did I or did I not say
You
I may turn down a
yeah.
road and we might go,
Yep.
take a little side street somewhere.
I seem
But
to remember that.
yeah, exactly. Well, so okay, so your diary pretty much, and I think that's
Mhm.
so many songwriters. I mean,
Mhm,
it's about life. It's about,
yeah,
I'm sure you've had relationships. I'm sure you've had different things, and I'm sure you've had your heart broke.
mhm,
Haven't we all? But they
yeah,
make for great songs. And when you,
absolutely.
as a country artist, put something out
Mhm,
like that along those lines, somebody like me would be driving down the road going, "Holy crap, that
mhm.
song's about me."
Yeah,
And now you've touched my heart, or you've touched somebody's heart, and now
mhm.
you got a fan for life.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
that really is my goal because, like I said, I grew up, like, involved in music and all these artists I
Yeah,
really looked at that was
yeah.
my dream to be one of
I
those
love it.
artists for somebody else, and that still is my dream.
It's
I want
happening.
yeah. Well, funny you say that, actually, one of my gigs this past weekend, a fan came to my like a big fan from my
Mhm.
TikToks. I recognized her from my TikTok lives. She came to my show, and I remember, like, just, like, smiling because she was just shaking, and she was, like, singing all the words to my songs, and I was like, and I'm not to a point in my career where that happens, like, super extremely regularly, but it happens, and I'm
It
like,
happens.
"Yeah."
Consider it a skip happened moment because I know I got to stop that.
I like it. Hey,
And,
don't stop on my count. I love it.
but you know what? When somebody does that,
Mhm,
you've touched them in a way like no other.
mhm,
You have created that bond, your music, that fan, and that'll never go away.
mhm,
And as long as you take the time to talk to them, to maybe
mhm,
sign an autograph for them or
mhm,
whatever it may be, they're going to love you for life. And
mhm.
don't ever change. You just got to keep doing that. That's cool. You know what? I want to play a little game. It's called
Cool.
Name That Tune. So I'm gonna hit a button. I'm gonna
Okay.
play a song. You need to tell me what it is. And here's the deal: if you guess it right, you will win a Skip Happens podcast mug.
Whoa.
These are
I'm
pretty
gonna get that
cool.
mug.
I'm
I'm gonna
telling
get
you,
it.
these are pretty cool. They
That
are.
looks awesome. It
It
looks
is
hefty
awesome.
too.
It is. It's a biggie.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I don't know. Do you drink
Yeah.
coffee?
I I don't drink coffee, but I
Hot
will
cocoa.
eat soup out of my mugs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Perfect. This is like I think it's a
Yeah.
16 ouncer. So,
It's awesome.
anyways, all right, here we go. Ready? Listen,
I'm ready.
listen. You needed to get wait a minute, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Hang on.
Does that happen to be Boot First by Bella Lamb?
Is it? Yes, it
Yay!
is. Ding 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 ding. Hang on. Here we
Yay!
go. Here we go. I'll play just a little bit of it. Hang on.
Full throttle, full stop, no in between.
I love
Don't mind the stumble, rough and tumble, be the holes in my old blue jeans.
it. So good.
I'm the queen of overthinking things that some has to take the lead. And I don't always land it perfectly, but I get back up on my feet. You best believe when I jump out.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
That is so good. I
I
listened to
appreciate
it
it.
before we went on. Bella, I mean, wow. And anybody that's watching this now or later on, maybe you rewatch it, you definitely got to get that. You need to support this young lady. But let's talk about that boot first. What does the title mean to you?
Well, here's the thing. I was before I went into this co-write to write Boot First. It was my first ever co-write, and I
Hmm.
was literally thinking of 10 song titles a day, and that's something that I've continued doing after my first co-write. But I remember I was kind of just thinking, sitting there listening to music and thinking about these song titles, and I remember thinking about, like, how my entire career is just literally jumping off a cliff and doing things foot
Mm.
first, or head first or whatever. And then the song switched to Heart First by Kelsey Ballerini. And I was like,
Ah, okay.
"Are you listening
Okay.
up there?" And so I was, like, really just thinking, and then I remembered that my mom had come down in my because I was in my room.
Hmm. Hmm.
My mom had come down in my room. She was like, "Hey, you got all these boots that you need to put away." And I was like, "Bazinga. I'm
Ah.
a genius." And the verse was written down in my little book. And then my first co-write ever, I went in with Kaylee Ann Lowe and Jessica Kane, and they were like, "Ooh, what does boot first mean?" I was like, "Well, let me tell you." So
Mhm.
that's really where it came. Funny story. It's where it came from.
I love that. At what point did you realize, maybe we've got something here?
I I think it was like when we were like about to finish the song. we were gonna end the last chorus the exact same way we had ended the past few choruses. I remember thinking, well, hey, let's make it a little longer and surprise the people. And then when we finished writing that section, I had just completely fallen in love with the song. I was like, this is it. And I cannot wait to hear it recorded, produced, whatever. And it was just, yeah.
Do you remember the first time you performed Boot First live and you saw an audience react to it?
We tested it a little bit before my single Tears of My Tequila came out. Just to see how audiences reacted. I think it was at a show at a place in Chattanooga, Tennessee called Whiskey Cowgirl.
Okay.
And people really liked it. And of course, the song was so different. It was still like really upbeat, heavy electric guitar, but it was a lot more like noisy, I would say. There was a lot more happening in it. And I really like how he just tightened it up into a nice little rock and roll country bow the way we did.
You know, I got to say, that's what we need. Mm-hmm. I mean, the way, you know, everything in the world right now is bringing us down. We need music like that. Mm-hmm. We need something upbeat, feel good, make you smile and go, yeah, that's my girl, Bella Lam.
Mm-hmm. My goal is when somebody comes into my show, I want them to leave with a massive smile on their face. Bigger one than they had if they came in with one. So
how many boots do you have? How many pairs?
I just got rid of some. But then my stylist gave me even more. So I think I have a good 30.
Where do you put them all? Do you have like a closet that the whole wall is like?
My mama turned the spare bedroom right next to my room into a Hannah Montana closet is what we call it.
Oh, a Hannah Montana closet. Look at you. I love it. And do you, are they from sponsors or do you go to play? I know Boot Barn is there and other places. And by the way, they're building one very close to where I am. So
perfect. I mean, my stylist gave me some from the music video. And there's just, I've collected them over the years. And yeah, I just, every time I see a pair of boots I want, I'm like, hey, Mom, add to the Christmas list. Or I'm like, I have enough money to buy. I'm a musician. Y'all know that I don't make much money. But when I see a good pair of boots, I will save up for that boots.
Yep. Put them, I got them right here on my Christmas list. I got a birthday coming up. I got the whatever. So.
To be fair, as a musician who has very supportive parents, most of my Christmas list is stuff from my career. So.
Wow. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Good for you.
Appreciate it.
No, there's passion and dedication for what you're doing. And by the way, if I may ask, what do you think the guys are doing downstairs while you're upstairs?
I think they've come up already. I hear my guitarist talking in the living room, I think.
Ah, okay.
I think they're getting ready to leave.
See ya.
Bye.
How many guys in the band?
Okay. So we have a 6-piecer, I think, right now.
All right.
If I'm remembering correct. So 2 electric guitars, a bass, utility acoustic, me, and then drums.
Yeah. Thought about a steel?
Not yet. No. I'm wanting to add fiddle, steel, and keys to our band. But
are these the same guys that you'll take into the studio with you?
No, so they're my live band, and then my lovely producer Lowell brings in his favorite studio musicians for my studio. So yeah, most of the guys in my band also have day jobs, so they stay at home and do the day.
Don't we all? I'm just saying. Don't we all?
Yeah.
And if you could be do you have a day job?
School.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask a question about that. But what if all right, so you're going to school, but let's say you weren't going to school and you weren't doing music. What do you think you'd be doing?
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a hard question. Luke Combs said if I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing this. But I feel like I'd be doing it in different ways.
Probably.
Yeah. So I mean, if I wasn't, I'm getting my BA in music right now.
Yeah.
And if it's absolutely not in the cards for me to perform music, I think I would want to be a teacher. I would want to go back and add education on top of that and teach how to do it.
Awesome. You know, how in the world do you balance classes, songwriting, traveling, and performing? How do you do that?
Well, a planner, lots of tears, lots of arguments, and just pure will. Pure will. I mean, my professors are really cool about it. They're very supportive. And
where are you going to school?
UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Go Mocs. And yeah, my professor is very supportive. I switched to one class a semester,
Mhm.
and thankfully my class this semester is online. I do have a quiz due tomorrow, so I will be taking so many notes.
Oh my
Because while
gosh.
on radio tour.
Tomorrow. Well,
Yeah,
don't blame me if
all
to
good.
say I was on late with Skip. This is
I mean, so I can't email my professor a link to this.
yeah. You know what? Is I happen
Shoot.
to shoot. But no, I have Ella's fella shirt
Uh-huh.
on because
Mhm.
Ella Langley.
Oh
But I'm
yeah.
thinking it could be Bella's fellas.
Every time I do a cover of an Ella Langley song at one of my shows, I'm like, "Hey, who here's an Ella fella? Let's turn it all into Bella fellas."
Bam. Do something with that girl.
I mean, hey,
I mean, you got to be careful. I get
here's
it.
my
I get it.
pitch.
But
Are you ready
okay.
for this? Here's my
Yeah,
pitch.
I'm listening.
My name is Bella Lam, BL. Her name is Ella Langley, EL.
Ah,
Ella Langley with opener Bella Lam,
BL. EL with BL.
ELBL tour.
Or- Wow. Wow.
Somebody get her on the phone.
I'm on it, girl. Let me see. I can dial through my board over here. I'll definitely get her on the line. Oh, how cool is that? No, I know. I get you.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so very cool. So tell me about the Bluebird. You've had a chance to perform at the Bluebird Cafe. Such an iconic songwriter room. Man, I'll tell you, and I've been there, I've seen it. What was it like hearing people connect with, for example, Dear Future Me?
Yeah.
I wrote down in that setting.
Yeah, I think well, Dear Future Me is an unreleased song, but my fans who
Right,
have
right.
seen me live have heard it, and there are a lot of fans who really love that song and want it out. And I'm working on it. I promise it's coming. I promise. But it's really just a song about my life. If you think Boot First is a song about my life, listen to Dear Future Me. It really is just who I am. All my friends, they've graduated college. They're doing their jobs. They're getting married. They're buying houses. They're getting on with their lives. And I am a 24-year-old girl living in my parents' basement, pursuing music full time, still in college part time. And sometimes you feel a little bit behind and like you've made the wrong decision. So Dear Future Me really is just a song like asking my future self, hey, what's happening? Is everything at least am I like a little bit closer to my dream? Which I think even if you're not in music, you felt at some point in your life. And I really, it's a song that I hope that people can relate to and take it in.
I love that. Now, being who you are and your age, I would assume, maybe I'm wrong because you know what assume means, but you must have friends like getting married, they're starting to go through that phase in their life.
Yeah.
And then they ask you to be in the wedding, and now you got to come up with the money for the gown and the shoes and all that. I mean, is that happening to you? Because you're at that age?
Actually, a family wedding was the same week Boot First came out. So I had to go to the day Boot First came out. I was at the rehearsal dinner, and then the day after was the wedding. But it was,
wow.
I had a friend that was just like, she didn't want to pay for the wedding and make it a big hoo-ha. So she and her husband got eloped. And I have another friend that just got engaged. And I remember I was there when they started dating, and I was everybody's moving on, and it's just so crazy. And I'm so happy for them.
Good, but it's expensive if they ask you to play your part. That's all.
Yeah.
And here you are as a struggling musician, but not really, but really. Yeah, it's kind of difficult.
I think all musicians really struggle forever.
They do. They do. So I made some notes here. You name and check and draw inspiration from artists like you got Carrie Underwood. You got Miranda Lambert. You're a fan of the Chicks.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I love the Chicks.
I love them.
Is it true that you're a Taylor Swift fan?
My favorite Taylor Swift album. I was talking about it today. Actually, my producer produced it, and I found out after.
Oh, wow, cool.
Came home from So I'm a big Speak Now girl. I love her writing on that.
Oh my God, so good. A little Taylor Swift story. I know that this is not about me, but it's about you. But
no, I want to hear it.
Years ago, when she first came out, I think she was 17, and she went out on her very first radio tour. I gave her first radio interview. Her and her mom were in the studio at the station I was working at.
Yeah.
And as she was coming out with the song Tim McGraw. And of course, I had 3 daughters. And so
Mhm.
she changed some of the names in the song to my
Mhm.
daughters' names. But it's a cool experience.
Yeah.
And I know I have that interview here in my files somewhere on a hard drive, but I still, and you can't see it, but right over there on the wall, I have a thank you note from Taylor Swift. And it says, it's like, Skip, thank
Mhm.
you for the interview, blah, blah, blah. My very first, blah,
Mhm.
blah, 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 blah. If you ever need anything, reach out and call.
Mhm.
Reach out. I'm going, I should be reaching out saying, hey.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought that was cool. So now I
That's
look at her, and
insane.
and I've gone to a couple of her shows, not recently,
Yeah.
but even before the Eras tour. But she is so down to earth, and to be able to go backstage and be able to talk
Yeah.
with her, just like you and I are chatting here. And I remember her giving us a tour of like the backstage area, showing us her wardrobe and
Mhm.
how under the stage with all the different arrows and lines where she needs to go and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was so cool. And she did that all on her own. She didn't have somebody do that for her. She goes, I'm going to take you. I'm going to show you.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. So that's my little Taylor Swift story. So
I love her, right? I know it's like probably a impossibility, but a co-write with her would be
oh,
like her and Ed Sheeran. Put me in I always say
oh
it's
my
either
God.
Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran in a room together or Ryan Tedder and Ed Sheeran in a room
Don't
together. Put me in there.
don't ever say never,
Yeah.
because you are on a road right now, and
Mhm.
just your energy, your passion, your dedication, everything you're doing,
Mhm.
boots on. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy good. You got to love that. Tell me a little bit about take it out on my guitar. I wrote
Yeah.
down that has a little attitude.
It does have a little attitude. Well, here's the thing. We talked about this too. As a songwriter, I don't talk to my friends when I have problems. I just write a song about it. And
Exactly.
here's the thing. I'm not the best communication. I sure do try. But when my friends ask, hey, do you have a new song that you want to play us that you've just written? I'm like, yeah, let me play you this one I just so I'm very much the person to write my feelings into a song than speak them out. And it's always I've been you can't tell it, but when I'm around my friends and family, I'm real soft spoken.
Hmm.
I'm not real loud. It's just I mean,
Really.
yeah,
Re-
yeah. So I'm in arguments. I'm always like first to cry and then think about how I feel about the argument later. So
it's
I've always
okay to
been the
cry.
one. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
No,
I'm a
that's
crier.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So I'm more prone to write a song about it. And
Mhm.
that really what Take It Out on My Guitar is about. Like I'm more likely to write a song than key your car.
Do you realize we met? It just occurred to me. We have met.
We
You
have?
Yeah. I have a white flash drive with your name on it from yeah.
CRS?
Yes. And I have an email from you saying it was a pleasure meeting you. All of a sudden it just hit me. It just hits me. Hit me. Yes. I do have it.
CRS. Here's the thing about CRS. I black out afterwards and everything
Oh, who
erases from my
doesn't?
brain.
Ah, wait, hang on. Hang on. I'm just gonna stand up a minute. Don't look.
Crazy.
I know I have it. Hang on. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'll be
That's
right
so
back.
funny.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Well, apparently Skip and I met at CRS, which is it stands for
Uh-uh.
Country Radio Seminar, and that happens at the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. And
I,
apparently we had met.
I thought it was over on my desk.
I
I
was
was going to
handing them
show it
out
to you.
like candy too.
You were. You know
Yeah.
what? And that's a very smart move. What you did was a very smart move,
Thank
because back in the day, I've been going to CRS for like
Mhm.
25 years.
Mhm.
Back in the day, they would hand you CDs and they hand you all this stuff. And it's like, oh, I got to carry this around all day. I hate to say it. That's
Mhm.
probably a big waste of money to do the CD thing or anything like that, because you know where it's going to end up? Nobody's going to carry it all day unless you can take it back up to your room. But they usually end up in the trash or something like that. But with the flash drive, it goes in your pocket
Mhm. It has my
and
name on it too.
has your name on it. I plug it into my computer. It's not it's not a bother at all. Smart
Yeah.
move, young lady.
Thank
Smart
you.
move. But
Appreciate it.
that's right. I'm gonna have to. All of a sudden, that hit me. We did meet
That's
at the country
crazy.
radio seminar.
Goodness.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm
God, I
trying to
just
remember where do you think it happened?
in the Omni.
Yeah, but like what event do you think it happened in?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I was all over the place.
Well, yeah, because for somebody like me, I go to network with other radio people, talk to the labels, and the all the press people and this and that. You're there to shake hands and, of course,
Rub
meet people
elbows.
like me,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of good people, and there's probably a lot of people who's like, oh, where's the hand sanitizer? But but you do what you have to do to
Absolutely.
get your music out there.
I've
And
learned that it's okay to be annoying if it means to push yourself forward a little bit. And
I
here's the thing,
cannot imagine you being annoying, young lady.
You should talk to my dad. My older siblings, I'm the baby. I was born to be annoying.
Oh my God, I love this. I love this. I do want to say, there's still, there's not many Asian American artists in mainstream country music. And what does it mean to you to be building your own place in the genre? Because I mean, that's pretty cool.
Well, I think my grandpa came here from China because he
Right.
wanted to give his family a better shot. And
Exactly.
fun fact, my grandparents actually got married when interracial marriage was still illegal through the Catholic Church because
Okay.
it was like crazy.
Mhm.
Since they were Catholic, they were able to get married and it wasn't illegal. And he wanted us to succeed, and he loved our country so much. And I think that I really just want to make him proud and show that I can be Asian American and I can be in this industry. And when I was first starting, I was shy about it, and I always said I was shy about it because people made fun of me for all the music I listened to. And if I said I liked country, what were they going to say then? And I really think that I was shy about it also. I'm realizing now that because I don't think people would have been accepting if they found out there was an Asian American girl who wanted to do country. And I'm realizing now that it's my own sparkle to the genre, and it doesn't make me any less likely or more likely to succeed in this industry, and just adding my own little spice to it.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a good point too. But you go back, you were maybe afraid in the beginning because, but if you go back to, let's go way back with Charlie Pride and the black artists that went country and this and that, it was just, they were so afraid, well, this isn't going to work. He's, you know where I'm going with that. So it's like, but it was so wrong, so wrong.
But here's the thing, I wouldn't have been able to do it now if it wasn't for artists like them then.
Exactly.
And I'm so thankful for all of the artists of color in country music that paved the way for all of us to be able to do it now.
So you're country at heart, but you're known to be quite the rocker too. Because if I understand, you throw out some unexpected covers when you do your show, which is pretty cool.
I like to surprise them a little bit because I did really grow up just listening to a lot of heavy guitar and on top of my country music. So we do some Sweet Child of Mine and we do some Any Way You Want It. And then after that, we end our set with Redneck Woman every single night. And banger after banger after banger. And it just makes me so happy because I really just love performing with music that like just fills you and fills the room around you and just makes you feel like you could do anything. And that really is what those songs make me feel like.
What would you think if Gretchen Wilson called you right now and said, I want you to do Redneck Woman with me at this certain show as the final song?
First of all, I would say yes. Before anything else, I would say yes. I would not fangirl on the call. I'm very good at pretending not to be a fangirl, but I'm a good artist because I am a fangirl. I would not fangirl on the call. But then afterwards, I would probably like lose my mind and practice till my throat is hoarse.
Does things like that, do they make you nervous?
Yes. Here's the thing. I don't get nervous for normal shows. Things like that, I would definitely be nervous for. And performing for people that I look up to, I always get nervous because I care about it a lot and I want to impress them. And I would absolutely lose my mind.
I love that. How important is social media to you?
Really important. I wouldn't be able to find most of my fans if it wasn't for social media. And I always like to say that you can get lots of fans from live music, but not all the time would you be able to get the fans that you get from your live performances without social media. So you get like a variety of fans, and social media really helps with that and show them my personality, who I am, and just like kind of connect with them on a different level.
Well, it's important. It's very important.
Absolutely, yeah. Here's the thing.
100%.
Let me tell you something. A little sidebar. My Facebook, actually, my official Facebook account got banned for impersonation of myself.
Well,
Here's the thing.
yeah.
I applied for a verification badge on Facebook. I've been verified on Instagram for forever, and
Yeah.
I guess
And they're the same
Instagram
company.
the Instagram flagged it when I applied for verification, and they were like, "No, you're impersonating this other girl." When it's just the same account. So
How hard was it to get straightened out?
we're
It's
working
still
on
not.
it.
Maybe that's why I tried to tag you. I put a little thing on my Facebook saying I was going to talk to you tonight, and I went to tag you, and I couldn't find you. Well,
we're working on it. Promise.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Fans, if
We'll
you're
get it
looking
done.
for my Facebook,
Go to
just
Insta.
wait. Just go to Instagram first. I'll post it when it's back up.
All right, go to Insta. That'll work. It's still Meta. Just go to Insta.
Yeah,
You'll be good.
yeah.
You've
We'll
got
get it
like
straightened
80.
out.
You've got like 80,000 followers on there.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think it's
more now. I
It's
don't know.
almost 100,000 across all my platforms, which is
geez.
that's
That's all.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm so blessed. I thank God for them every day.
All right. So the debut album.
Yeah.
When are we going to hear it? See it?
We're working on it.
Secret. I know. I hate it when you do that.
We have stuff on the way. I just can't tell you what it is.
Okay.
But we're working on it right now, so it's out in time for what it is. If that gives you a hint.
Do you think we will hear a different Bella Lam on this album than we have heard 2 or 3 years ago?
Yes, actually, I do.
Yes,
I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, there's one song that we're working on that's like so out of left field, but it's one of the ones I'm most excited for.
What if, question off the cuff here. What if somebody called you and said, you know what, we're going to hook up, I want you to come to this writing session and I want you to write with somebody and I'll get you anybody that you want. Who would that be?
How many people am I limited to?
Oh, geez. Yeah, just add to the I don't know. Just, who are you picking? How many? How many do you want to? I don't know.
Usually it's like me and 2 other writers. But
okay, so if you could have 2 other people.
My list is like 3 miles long.
It fills a couple of boots.
I already said Ed Sheeran, Ryan Tedder, and Taylor Swift earlier.
Right. No,
so,
you did.
I would say Jessie Alexander. I love her. Okay. She's from my hometown, Jackson, Tennessee. She wrote one of the most inspirational songs, I think, The Climb. And she's just such a good writer. And I've always wanted to work with her. So yes, Jessie Alexander. And then I'm going to choose somebody a little more rockin'. I don't know if you know who Josh Ramsey is, but
I don't know.
He writes for his band. He writes for Nickelback. And He wrote, actually, this is why I think I would also want to write with him. He wrote Call Me Maybe for Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
So I would love to write with Josh Ramsey. So put me in a room with Jessie Alexander and Josh Ramsey, and let's see if we can rock out a country song.
I'll bet you that would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. Absolutely.
Hey, somebody get a hold of Josh Ramsey. Somebody get a hold of Jessie Alexander. We're going to get to happen.
I got to tell you, I mean, I love everything about you. And this is, yes, we did meet once before, but we didn't have such a conversation as we're having right here tonight. But, just your personality and everything about you is you're very outgoing, and you're doing, I mean, I've seen a lot of artists, and you're doing what you need to do, and you're making it happen. And it makes me want to go, I'm going to go buy this, I'm going to go get Bella's music. I mean, and I think anybody watching this or listening to this, whether it's now or down the road, should be doing that. What's something about Bella off stage that people would never guess from watching you perform?
Oh my gosh, my utility player Drew was just making fun of me for this. I really love I always talk about all the time that I read lots of books and stuff like that. Okay. I don't love playing them myself. I love watching people play horror games. And
wait a minute, you love watching people play board games?
So like horror games, like video games, like the horror like
no, I
Resident
got you.
Evil and stuff like that.
Yes,
so when I'm like doing busy work or cleaning or doing my hair and makeup before a show, I will turn on like a YouTuber playing a horror video game. And it's my favorite thing. Because here's the thing. If I play it myself, it's not going to get played. I'm going to just close my eyes and look away. But if somebody else is playing it,
You
I
know,
can
you have
watch
a
it just
point.
fine because
Yeah.
I'm not the one in charge. If
Right.
he dies, he dies. That's a him problem. It's not a
That's
me
it.
problem.
I like that. I like the way
Uh,
you're thinking. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, so I love that's my guitarist was making because I was talking to him about Resident Evil, which is one of the horror games that I like watching people play. And he goes, "Little Miss Sparkly Pink Bedroom over here likes horror games, knows who Pyramid Head is." I was like, hold on, here's the thing. Pyramid Head is not Resident Evil, it's Silent Hill. So ha 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 ha.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so
Yeah.
great.
He's like
It's some,
all my bandmates are like my older brothers. So
yeah, I was
they
just going
like
to
to
say, it
like
sounds
little
like,
sister me.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't say it. I stand on business. I don't let that
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah. What do you drive?
What do I drive?
Yeah, I'm going to ask. What do you drive?
Here's the thing.
No, no. Let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. I want to say you have a Toyota small. I don't know. I give up. What?
I'm passenger princess. I'm still working on my license. Don't have it yet. Here's the thing.
It's all right. It's all right. It's
First of all,
okay.
strict parents. My sister waited so long to get her license that I had to wait until after she got hers. That was the rule. And then after she got hers, COVID.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then after COVID, live music. Bam, 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 bam.
No, no, no. I get it.
Here's
So
the thing. Hey, my fans are excited to know about this too because they're making fun of me too about it.
okay.
My driving test is in 2 weeks.
Yay. I just may call you up and ask how you did.
If I fail, don't judge me.
No, 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 no. That's all right. I totally get it. But you know what? What a smart move, though. You put it's not really a priority to you. You
No,
have other priorities, and I totally get that. And the environment that you're being brought up in, I totally understand that.
yeah.
And good for you.
It really is. Do I feel behind a lot of the time with the college and the driving thing? Yes, but do I feel ahead sometimes in other ways? Yes, I do.
Yes,
So it's
yes,
kind of
you
like
do.
a double-sided sword, and it's a blessing and a curse.
What would you
Yeah.
tell your younger self,
Uh-huh.
younger version of Bella today? What would you tell her?
You can do anything your heart desires. You are worthy of being loved. You are beautiful, and you got the dang thing. So that's
right.
what I would say. Because I built up my confidence a lot. My last few years of high school, and she really did need to hear that because my parents told her all the time, but she needed to hear it from herself.
I love that. And what was the last thing that really pissed you off? What was the last thing that really made you mad?
What
It
made
could be
me
anything,
mad?
but I can't see you getting mad.
Well, here's the thing. I'm really hard to make mad. It happens. I mean, what I'm thinking of happened like years and years ago, but it was the last thing that made me like
Okay.
really go. So I was still full time in college, but I was still playing 100 shows a year. So I
Mhm.
was like tired, and I was like, I had probably 20 hours in class. I'm a music major. It was lots of classes all at
Mhm.
once.
Mhm.
And I was in a class called the Entrepreneurial Musician, and there was a few people in that class who were on the choir bus talking crap about me playing so many live shows and promoting it all over campus. And my friends were sitting right next to them. So they called me up and told me immediately. You know what I did? I walked right up to those people and I was like, "Hey, I thought we were friends. Why were you saying this about me?"
Wow, good for
What happened?
you.
Because here's the thing.
If you don't address it right away or face to face,
We're adults, and
right.
we are supposed to be setting an example for the younger students. And if I
Mhm.
don't say anything about it now, what's going to happen when an incoming freshman comes in and they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and then somebody says, and music is such like a peer thing. Like you're performing in front of your peers all of the time. And if you don't say something about that, it's just going to keep festering and growing, and your confidence
Mhm.
is going to go bow, 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 bow. So
Right,
I
right.
don't stand on that. I don't let people talk about me like that behind my back. If you say it, you're going to say it to my face.
Good girl. I love that. I love that.
I had heard about it happen to my friends and stuff like that, but
Well, that's what would piss me off
yeah.
if it was my friends and they're
Well,
talking like that
and
about me.
they
And
wouldn't
are
let me
you
say
really?
anything until it happened to me. They were like, if it happens to you, we'll let you go say something. And as soon as it did, you better believe I was up off my chair.
Bella was on a mission.
I don't stand on
You
bullying.
go,
I
girl.
don't let it happen because
You
I
go.
let it happen too much when I was younger. And as soon
Yeah.
as I'm old enough and confident enough, I'm not going to let it
So
happen to nobody.
would you say you were bullied when you were younger?
I would say that I wasn't treated as well as my peers were, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it
No,
was
it
like
does.
hardcore bullying,
No,
but
I get you.
I
I get you.
wasn't. Yeah.
Well, this is what I believe is that
Yeah.
all that you went through in your
Mhm.
early years,
Mhm.
everything made you a better person.
And
God,
who's
the Lord
yeah.
has put you where
Mhm.
you are today for a
Mhm.
reason.
And Priscilla Block, she's spoken on it too in
Oh
all of
yeah.
her songs. And I really do think that the best artists have had that happen to them.
Yeah.
And they really just put it into their music.
Do you know Priscilla?
I've never met her, but
Oh,
I'm a
I'm doing a
massive
show
fan
with her
of
next
her.
week. That's why I was
Oh my
asking.
goodness.
Yeah.
I've always really looked up to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
And you must, I mean, we're running out of time here, but
Mhm.
even you were talking about, your rock edge and those songs that made me think about Carrie Underwood, because if you go to a Carrie Underwood show, yeah, you hear all the Carrie Underwood hits, so on and
Oh
so
yeah.
forth. Then all of a sudden
Mhm.
it's turning into a motley crew, and
Yeah.
it just,
Her most
Guns N' Roses and
it's Denim
what
and
have you.
Rhinestones. That album,
Yes.
so much
Yes.
guitar, and I loved it so much. It was so
Yes.
good.
How many guitars do you have?
Ooh, okay, so I think I have about, if I remember correctly, 5 acoustics, and I have 2 electrics.
All right. Do you have a separate
Yeah.
room for those?
No, see, I have a so I have a Martin and a Gibson Hummingbird that I
Okay.
keep with me, and the other ones, they're hanging up in my room. So my
I
other 2
got it.
acoustics,
That's cool.
I have a Yamaha that I learned on, and then my second guitar was a Luna, and then the 2 electrics, I have a Fender electric, and then here's my rock side coming out of band. I don't know if you know who 5 Seconds to Summer is, but their
Mm.
lead guitarist came out with a Gibson Melody Maker, and he has a signature
Oh,
Melody
wait a minute.
Maker. So
You said 5 Seconds of Summer? Yeah,
mhm.
I do know who they are.
They're
Yeah,
also somebody that I've been a big fan of forever.
very cool.
So, their lead guitarist came out with a melody maker, and of course, I was like, I have to have his signature
Mm.
melody maker. So I have that too.
Do you have names for the guitars?
Yeah. So I name all of my guitars after iconic artists. And so I have Loretta. She's my backup. She is
Okay.
my
I
Martin,
love
and
that.
then Kitty is my main guitar. She's my Gibson Hummingbird. And then Luna, I've had her since forever. So I just named her after the brand. Um,
Luna. Yeah.
yeah, and I've not named my Yamaha yet. So
I
I'll be
love
waiting.
that.
Yeah.
So could you say something to somebody and say, grab my Loretta? And they're going to
Oh,
know?
well, hey, I call them her. So they're all my girls.
Okay.
The other day, I was running off to do something, like talking to fans and stuff before show. I asked my utility player Drew, "Hey, could you change the string on Kitty?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go grab her right now." So they play into it. And I've
Well,
had
yeah, I get
friends
that.
be like, "Why do you like humanize your instruments?" I'm like, it's just a fun thing that I do. Why wouldn't I? I mean, Keith Urban names his guitars, and so
I'm
many
just going to
people
say
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
see why I can't do it.
You
And
can do it, and you
yeah,
should do it.
and they're tools that help me with my career, and I wouldn't be
Right.
able to do it without them. So
Well, they're family.
yeah, family, exactly.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. They're your family.
Mhm.
That's hey, you got to have them.
Mhm.
Bella, this has been pretty awesome
Thank
finding
you
out
so
about
much.
you and digging into your life and your
Mhm.
music a little bit.
Mhm.
Quickly before we say goodbye, somebody wants to go and get your music. Where can they go?
Yeah, my music is on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, Amazon Music, everywhere under Bella
Cool.
Lam, BellaLam. And then
Love
you can look at my
it.
socials at It's Bella Lam, ITSBELLALAM. And hey, if you're looking for shows, I have a website too,
Yeah.
BellaLamMusic.com.
So, are you any shows like in the Northeast? You got anything
We are
planned
sure
or?
trying to get up there. Yeah. Right now we're
Yeah.
more focused in expanding in around Tennessee and
Right. No, I
going
get it.
outwards.
I
So,
get it.
but
I get
hey,
it.
if somebody picks me up on a tour to open for them,
Yeah, hint, hint.
hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
You know,
Anybody,
I know
anybody.
like Drew Baldridge, he puts it when he goes out on the road, he'll put it out there saying, anybody, want to open up for me, let's get you up here on
Yeah,
stage. He's that way, which is cool. So he would give
I love
somebody
artists
like
like
you an
that. Yeah.
opportunity and and you would definitely kick some ass.
Here's the
So,
thing about the idea of opening for somebody. I have people that I would love, love, love to open for that I can name names. But here's the thing. If
mhm,
anybody offers me a chance to learn from them and be a sponge and they believe in me that much, I will be,
mhm,
I would be
mhm.
so beyond excited and so beyond happy to take that opportunity because it really is just a chance to learn from them and be a sponge. And also they're giving you a chance to keep their crowd warm before they come out on stage and seeing
Mhm.
what you can do with the stage. And that really sounds like a really fun, exciting test for me.
No, that would be absolutely, but you would handle it just fine. I
Thank
think
you.
everything would be really good. It's Bella Lam, everybody, and I love your story. I love the message behind Boot First. Sometimes you have to trust yourself and you have to jump in, and you've done that. I mean, you're all in.
Thank you.
Um, Everybody watching this, make sure you follow Bella Lam. Check out the new single Boot First, and keep an eye out for much more music on the way, as we know. Hint, hint, there could be an album coming out.
Who know? Who
Well,
knows?
she won't tell me, but
Not
I can
me. I
tell.
don't know.
I'm reading the body language here. Like, yeah, there's something
You're
coming.
reading the shoulders up.
Well, I can see your facial expressions, and it's like, okay, there's something going on here. It's coming. It's coming, and I know it's going to be really, really good. Bella, I want you to hold on there when we say goodbye, but thanks for hanging out with us here on Skip Happens tonight. I'm Skip Clark, Skip Happens podcast. We're on air, online, and as I always say, every boot tells a story. Bella, stay right there. Thanks for watching, everybody.